good morning. This is Houndog Steve wishing you a very pleasant morning. And it is bright and sunny here, but it is a little windy, as you can tell by the curtain behind my head there. And thank goodness it is, because, wow, it's starting to warm up a little bit down here. You don't know how people manage in the summertime when it gets really, really hot. And yeah. Anyways, I shouldn't be complaining. I should not be complaining. Well, thank you very much for joining me this morning. I hope this finds you all well. And this is a little story that I came across which was actually pretty shocking. And it is from the Hindustan Times. And it is about a gang of people who were forging documents, including qualifications. And people were using those to get jobs in serious positions like in doctoring or surgery, for example. And actually here is a couple of examples as we go past of people from Toronto and the UK who were thrown off hospital staff because they had faked their qualifications. And the Toronto Star then notes one as actually amounts to experimenting on their patients. And just in case you wondered how prevalent this was, the Ontario College of Physicians and Surgeons have a list of physicians and surgeons who have been disbarred, and a little preface which I will read to you, and I'll actually link the article down below, the website down below, and you can go and check out I think it's 37 people on the list, and that's just in one city, that's just in Toronto. Okay, so this I think is more widespread than you might imagine, and the reason I'm talking about this is because, you know, commonly we don't check that kind of stuff. We just assume that the hospital has done its due diligence when it was hiring somebody, and but I guess in today's world you can make fakes that are very, very, very close to real. And if it was part of a lot of documentation, or you'd seen a lot of this stuff before as the interviewer, you know, you might just bypass and go, oh yeah, that's okay. Anyway, I'm just going to read you this article. We'll come back and I'll do a quick wrap-up. Okie dokie, here we go. Okay, this is from the College of Physicians and Surgeons in Ontario, and it's headed Unregistered Practitioners. Are you concerned that an individual might be posing as a doctor? Occasionally, the college receives reports regarding individuals claiming to be or posing as doctors who may be providing healthcare services without being licensed to practice medicine in Ontario. The following is a list of people found by a court or tribunal to be violating the relevant legislation and/or ordered by a court or tribunal to comply with the relevant legislation, or against whom the college is seeking an injunction directing them to comply with the relevant legislation, or subject to the criminal or regulatory charges in relation to the unauthorized practice of medicine, or who have entered into an agreement with us called undertaking which prohibits them from using certain terms and titles or providing certain healthcare services due to their lack of qualification. And here is the list. I believe there is 37 names here. I will link this to this website down in my description box so that you can go here and check this out. It's in Toronto, of course, but I think you will be absolutely amazed. And of course, we see all the usual suspects. And you may see, what would I say, a fascinating connection between this and the next little article. Okay, and this is from the Hindustan Times. Gang making fake educational documents busted, 2 arrested. The suspects were living in rented accommodations in Sector 100 and Sector 99 of Noida and were running their fake documentation operation from Sector 1. Noida, 2 Kanpur-based men were arrested on Wednesday for allegedly creating fake mark sheets and other forged educational documents, charging between 80,000 rupee and 2 lakh for each, police said. Now, 80,000 rupees, I did check that out, is about $1,200, and 2 lakh is around about $1,800. We had been receiving tip-offs over the past few days about a gang involved in making fake documents, including mark sheets, operating in Noida. Based on the information, we traced the suspects Abhimanyu Gupta, 40, and Dharmendra Gupta, 42, both natives of Kanpur, said the station house officer, Phase 1 Police Station, Amit Kumar. The SHO added the suspects were living in rented accommodations in Sector 100 and Sector 99 of Noida and were running their fake documentation operation from Sector 1. The investigation revealed that individuals who needed fake mark sheets and other educational documents for job applications or higher education would approach the duo. They had been running the illegal business for the past 6 years, charging between $1,200 and $2,000 Canadian for providing forged documents, said Deputy Commissioner of Police Yamuna Prasad. He added that the accused used to download data from Google to create fake copies resembling original documents. So I hope you found that as revelatory as I did. And this is just one gang. This is just one gang. I wonder how many people there are in that 1.2 billion population who are doing the same thing. You know, a lot of the customer service stuff is going on in these countries too, and that kind of stuff. So yes, there's a lot of things taking place. They have a lot of access now to that kind of information. So this travels fast. And like I say, I wonder how many people have actually bought these fake qualifications who are now sitting in positions of authority and decision making and have absolutely no right to be there and are in fact literally in some cases juggling with people's lives, unknowing the outcome. And so this is actually a very troubling situation, especially as we age, and you know, more and more of the population face surgery, knee surgery, heart surgery, joint surgery, whatever it is, going under the knife. And like I say, you know, I often shudder when I think how easily, you know, if you open somebody up, you know, wow, what one little nick to the right or the left, and all of a sudden you're in a whole world of trouble. So yes, this is something that you want to be absolutely certain, and thankfully, you know, there are now websites that are being put up with, you know, you can check your surgeon or you can check your doctor and check their record, you know, and the success rates and that kind of stuff. And so you should be able to. In the past, this has been pretty much secret territory and carefully defended because they didn't want to let you know how many times actually things went wrong. And I'm sure in their eyes, even one mistake is unacceptable. But it's important for the public to know. Especially if it is happening to one particular person over another, we need to know why that is. We need to know why that is. So what I am suggesting and urging to you is that if you do have to go in for any of these procedures, that you really do your due diligence and don't just assume that everybody who is there on that staff doing their job is actually qualified to do the job. And this is an important question, and I know it's something that I will be taking into account. But you know, if I ever happen to find myself in that situation, I am absolutely for sure going to do my research. And actually I did with when I had I don't know if you remember, I broke a bone in the back of my hand and I had it in a cast. I had to have surgery, and yes, I checked out Dr. Grace, and it was a good job he did, because he was actually one of the best hand surgeons in the district. And so yes, wonderful job, very pleased with that, happy with the results. Everything moves just about. Still got some good grip there. So yes, do your due diligence. Anyway, I hope you found this information useful, and if you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe below. And in the meantime, this is Houndog Steve wishing you a very pleasant morning, and we'll talk very, very shortly. See you now. Bye.